My name is Andrew Jensen. So I'm a fifth generation here outside of Newman, California. I grew up on the ranch. We farm almonds, walnuts, alfalfa, corn, oats, your typical crops around this area. At Crop Syndicate, we're full service agronomy, irrigation, nutrition, pest control, and full service sourcing as well. Our primary guardrail or differentiator that I've tried to build into this company is that we charge per acre for service. So no matter what happens, no matter where you buy product, the agronomy team is on your team. Yeah, so the two things that drew me to Agworld were the dollars per acre column on the recommendation. I personally feel that's super important. You should know how much something costs before you get the bill. And also the planning. For us to be able to build out a fertilizer plan over the winter and have that conversation when we need to allows us a lot more agility and a lot more consistency during the season. That, we're sticking to the plan, or most of the time what we're saying is if we have to make a change to a planned activity, the budgeting aspect, I feel that that's a competitive advantage for us to have dollars per acre, drive towards cheaper budgets, and is in line with our ethos of writing the best recommendation, and the best recommendation should be the cheapest recommendation. It was remarkable the amount of money to be saved, not just by shopping around, but being aware of how much something costs per acre. And that during that transitional period, when we started doing more product sourcing, fertilizer sourcing, is when we kind of got drawn into Agworld, and primarily for the dollars per acre. And I didn't even know until we started sourcing stuff and getting a real clear grasp of how much this material costs or how much this application costs. A lot of times, I didn't even know really the full implications of a recommendation without that cost per acre column. And that initially, at least initially, is what really drew us to using the Agworld platform, not just internally for tracking cost per acre per field, but also for our growers to be able to see, okay, when they get a recommendation, not get a surprise on their bill, that they know this product costs this much, and we can have a conversation between the agronomy team and the grower if something looks out of line before an application actually happens. On one side, there's obviously a learning curve, new software, a new way to write recommendations. The fundamentals are the same, but there's definitely a learning curve on getting them to write recommendations in Agworld. But on the flip side, a big advantage that I feel for developing our agronomy team and developing talent on our agronomy team is the ability to have templates in Agworld. We were really passionate about having a template for every situation to at least build off of. When I first started writing recommendations, I remember agonizing over every detail, not knowing what was normal, and the ability for one of our agronomists, say a junior agronomist, to say, okay, this field here needs a strip spray. I can go into Agworld, find the most current template for a basic strip spray and build off of that. So for us, it's an all-in-one location for agronomy. We have our reporting, we have our budgeting, we have our planning. Agworld for us is a differentiator that we care about how much these recommendations cost, and we are going to continuously write the best recommendation possible. And the only way for us to do that is to continuously look at how much a recommendation costs, what we're doing in the field. So for especially a new customer that we're coming out, and maybe I write a recommendation for a specific issue that the customer has called about, to know right off the bat, this is how much this costs, this is why. We can skip the whole sales routine and talk about what we're trying to do, where, why. A sale is not part of our equation, but a cost for the grower is super important on my own ranch as well.